Fuel system service. This video intends to clarify the refueling system handling and the differences between the current airplanes and the airplanes enhanced with the high-level exceeding indication system. Refueling control system. The refueling system automatically controls the refueling operation. It stops refueling at the correct preset quantity and balances the fuel quantity in the tanks. Nevertheless, when the refueling automatic shutoff valve fails, the preset fuel quantity is not observed by the system, and an overfilling associated with fuel spillage can occur. For aircraft with high-level exceeding indication system, HLEIS, a shutoff failure will be identified by the system, sensing that the fuel level has reached over the maximum quantity approved for that tank, and will advise the operator by illuminating on the fuel control panel the stop refueling red indicating light related to the failed tank shutoff. The operator must immediately stop the refueling operation by relieving the refueling truck pressure in order to avoid an overfilling and consequent fuel spillage. Fuel control panels. Airplanes with high-level exceeding indication system have a different indication as compared to the previous system. The two configurations are clearly distinguished by the additional stop refueling lights. When the fuel level in the failed tank reaches a maximum quantity for that tank, the respective stop refueling red light will illuminate. The other controls and indicators have not been changed, but let's review their function here. Refueling closed white lights illuminate when the respective refueling shutoff valve is closed. The refueling switch enables or disables the refueling operation by opening or closing the refueling shutoff valve. Observe the configuration in the new and in the previous panel. The guarded power selection switch enables the system to be energized. In the normal position, the system is energized by the external DC power supply. In the battery position, the system is energized by the hot bus 1. The defueling open white light illuminates when the defueling shutoff valve is open. The guarded defueling open-closed switch actuates the defueling shutoff valve. The fuel quantity remaining indicator displays the fuel remaining in the selected tank. When the indicator is energized, the total fuel quantity is displayed. If the tank select test switch is set to the test position, all segments of the indicator are illuminated. The refueling operation is automatically interrupted. If the word fail is blinking, the fail description is shown by setting the switch to the test position. If the tank select test switch is set to the select position, the upper display shows the selected fuel tank, which is identified by L for the left tank, R for the right tank, T for all tanks. The fuel quantity selected indicator displays the selected fuel quantity set by the quantity select switch. The quantity select switch enables the increase or decrease of the fuel quantity displayed at the selected indicator. If the switch is moved from the center position during the refueling, the operation stops, and it will return 4 seconds after the switch is released. Pressurized refueling operation. To initiate the refueling operation, make sure the fuel used comes from an approved source, which supplies only a fully clean and correctly specified product. Properly ground or bond the aircraft. Make all grounding connections between the fuel source, aircraft, and fuel nozzle. Remove the cover and connect the hose. Energize the aircraft with the external DC power supply or setting the power selection switch to the battery position. Also check that the refueling open light is extinguished too. Check that the fuel quantity selected indicator shows 0. Before you set the indicator, mind the measurement unit, pound or kilogram. Set the desired fuel quantity by moving the Quantity Selected switch to increase or decrease the desired fuel quantity. Pressurize the system to 35 to 50 psi, truck and airplane together. Make sure all closed lights are illuminated. Set the refueling switch to the open position and verify that the refueling lights extinguish. For aircraft with high-level exceeding indication system installed, if one or more of the stopped refueling lights come on, immediately remove the fuel pressure, stop the refueling procedure, and advise the maintenance personnel. When it reaches the preset fuel quantity, the refueling closed light will illuminate. Set the refueling switch to the closed position. Remove the fuel nozzle and replace the cap. De-energize the aircraft. If you had used the power selection switch to the battery position, set it back to the normal position and close the switch guard. Remove the bonding cable from the aircraft and make sure all the switch guards are in the closed position on the refueling panel. Close the access door. The following information is applicable only to the extended range airplanes. In these planes with ventral tanks, the panel layout was changed to show the wing and the ventral tanks. As a result, the panel inscription was changed likewise. Compare both panels and figure out the differences. In addition, there is the possibility to change from the extended range to the long range configuration, clearly depicted by the associated lights. If the Tank Select test switch is set to the select position, it also shows W for the wing tanks and V for the ventral tank. However, the same procedure for fueling shown before is still applicable.